Don't forget to visit all of our duty-free shops in the foyer to avail of some fantastic bargains. Don't forget to visit all of our duty-free shops in the foyer to avail of some fantastic bargains. Don't forget to visit all of our duty-free shops in the foyer to avail of some fantastic bargains.
Hey Mac, I need to talk to you for a few moments, but not right now. If we can...
Joel, I need to speak with you right away in my office.
Yeah, we'll talk a little later, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Hello, my name is David Cummins, and I am a full-time student in the Pulse Momentum Games Development and Project Management course of 2013. I'm part of the Blue Group, and I'd like to take you through a short 10-minute video just explaining the route that I've taken in terms of the role I played, what I've learned, how I've applied the skills that I've recently acquired to our final project, which is called Terminal 1. You've just seen some images and heard some of the sound design that's being incorporated in that particular project. If I may, I'd like to be able to just guide you through the different stages of the project management side, which obviously would incorporate the producer role and the sound design element as well, and then just give you some idea of what actually went into creating the project alongside my teammates. We were a small enough group, there was only 3 members, so we had to vary a lot of the responsibilities and tasks, which I think we did quite well. But we'll just take you on a short journey, just to give you an idea of exactly what went into creating Terminal 1. So in terms of the project management of the project itself and utilising the producer's role, I'd like to think that I've learned an awful lot in terms of structure and management of the project itself, because you're utilising not only your own skills that you've recently acquired, but you're also helping others to realise their potential with various team members, because everyone's doing, say in our case, multiple tasks. As a 3-man team, there wasn't enough of us to have just simply singularly identifiable roles. So therefore everybody had to play their part over a number of different dynamics. And I think overall, project management or producer's role in that element, especially from my own experience, was seeing how all those skills were harnessed and how they all collectively came together and were used together. From a sound design element, I think it's very, very important for me, because that's my background initially, and I come from a film style background where visuals, I think, can always be enhanced, scenes can be enhanced using sound design and music, and to suggest or to articulate an emotion or something that simply can't be articulated any other way. And it can also add an extra dimension as well. So I think the sound design element was something that I thought long and hard about, and obviously had on average 3 to 4 hours per day just in terms of research and seeing how effectively it could be employed to enhance and to the benefit of the game itself. I think it was one of our tutors, Aidan Alcott, said recently that 50% of any project or media-based project is, in getting a good foundation for it, is certainly having the sound design sorted out. Sound in itself, and I think the sound design of music plays a hugely important role in any project. But again, it's recognising the different elements together and seeing how they can be complemented and not one particular element overtaking everything else. I think that's something that needs to be looked at as well. So from the sound point of view, I tried to give the world of Mac and the world of Terminal 1 a sound of its own, a feeling of its own, something that couldn't really be comprehended. And there's a lot of suggestion as well, not subliminal suggestion, but just variable suggestion in terms of when you're turning a corner, when you hear certain things, they immediately can spark off some sort of visual representation in your mind. They can create a fear aspect, they can create idea of isolation and loneliness, and using techniques like spatial awareness and using Audacity and Pro Tools and Logic and the voiceover and the sound design to convey that idea of isolation, desolation, loneliness, pursuit. Pursuit in itself could be represented by rhythm or rhythmic tempo. The sort of the fullness of the terminal being represented by the spatial sort of reverb and the long drawn corridors and echoes, which obviously helps to identify that particular aspect. And plus the ambient sounds as well. Everything in life has a sound, and in this game, everything had to have a sound. There were certain things that we would do on purpose, such as heavy breathing and heartbeats, that would help to represent fear and tension. And then there's a more subtle dynamic implied as well, with things that you wouldn't normally be conscious of in your daily life, but when you're all alone at night walking down a long corridor, even the most simplest of sounds can take on a life of their own. They can be a little bit more eerie. They have a different ambience and a different aesthetic to them that could suggest what's behind the corner, what's behind the door. So there's a little bit of psychology being employed as well with that. But I had a lot of fun doing it, and the guys I know from their part, they had a lot of fun working on the project. It's been a great experience, and I think the whole course in general, for me personally, has been a great experience of many skills that I didn't have at the start of February 2013, and we're now looking at September 2013, and I've gained so much knowledge and understanding of this amazing industry, and I'm hoping to utilise those skills now, go forward and see where it takes me. The journey certainly hasn't ended, it's just begun. So I have a lot of gratitude, and I'm in a lot of debt to the Momentum Program, Impulse, and all of the great tutors that have helped me along the way to realise and give me a greater understanding of the video games industry, and impart their knowledge to help me acquire more, which I think is going to give me a really good foundation and stepping stone to the next level, no pun intended, of the video games industry, and that's being an actual active role player within this dynamic itself, and hopefully we'll see where that takes us in a positive twist over the next coming months and years, and hopefully I can forge a career from it.
That will not be possible at present. Please try again later.